Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Myron Montgomery. I am a very famous Soul Train dancer, and I am also the creator of Run Up Shake. Amongst other things, I would like to talk to you today about Myron's memories. It's my series. This will be the very next story that I'm going to tell. And this story is about one of the first films I was ever appeared in. I was very young. I think it was like maybe 18 at the time. And I was so excited to do such a thing. I had just started on Soul Train at the time. I had been on Soul Train for a few seasons at that time. And my cousin Renee told me about it, and I auditioned for it. And this particular film was called The Disco Godfather, and this film was they would call these films in the 70s blaxploitation films. And what it was is a lot of the story matter was about usually like drug dealers, pimps, hoes, not really good, role models for black people. But at that particular time, it was the only roles that, or people that would come behind us to do the movie. So a lot of those people did that to tell stories. Like this particular movie was about the drug deals that were just going rapid in the late 70s and how it was destroying communities, and these people were trying to make it better. So that was a really good story, actually, even though it was a blaxploitation movie, and it was done by Rudy Moore, and he was just phenomenal. I believe Eddie Murphy just recently made a movie about him, and this guy was really phenomenal. He was a stand-up comedian, and he was one of the first people to do like martial arts and things like that on the screen, as far as any black entertainer. So that was a very interesting story. I did take a lot of professional classes. I used to take class at Don Cornelius' Soul Train Dance Studio for one, and they were all master classes at the time. We would take classes from people like Charlie Atkins and Lester Wilson, and these were people that were working with all the Motown acts and everything like that. So we would take a master class from them, and then of course I took class at Lulu Washington's on Crenshaw, jazz, modern, tap, ballet, all that. So I've always been sort of a natural dancer, but I am also a trained dancer as well. My partner on Disco Godfather was Linda Sims, and I met Linda on Soul Train. She was one of my first partners on the show, and so we were cast to do Disco Godfather. It required a lot of practice, so we would practice, I swear, like I remember practicing like days on end. We had a guest house where we lived, and my mom would allow us to practice back there at no time limit. So we would practice like literally hour upon hour. And sometimes we would actually, because we wanted to be flawless for this movie, we would like forget to eat. And my mother, bless her heart, she would come in there and bring us, my mother makes the most incredible oatmeal raisin cookies that to die for. She would make them warm and bring them back there to us. We would forget to eat, so she would give us that, and then we'd eat that, take a little break, and then we'd be back, have a little more energy, and we'd start practicing again. And I just remember that, and it was really worth it because we were awesome in the movie. That was really awesome. I was offered 2 roles in this movie. Of course, I went in as the featured dancer role, but then we started filming, and they said, "Hey, we got this other little role for in reporter. Which can you do that?" And I was like, I wasn't prepared for it, but it was offered to me, and it's like would be dual roles in one movie. So I was like, yes, and it was a lot of fun. I pushed myself. I had never really done any acting. That's my real first attempt at it, but it was great. And I was able to do 2 things in the film. So, of course, I was excited. My whole family came to the premiere, and we all came to the movies. And I'm featured in like a lot of the movies. So, like, they were like, my mother was like over the moon. Yeah, I think the story or the message for the movie was something that's even prevalent today. Drugs can infiltrate even the most nicest neighborhoods, and then it can just turn into shit. And the message is simple: don't do drugs. That's it. They made that movie in 1978, and it is still prevalent today. Hi guys, and thank you for watching. I'd like to tell you about my new series, Myron's Memories. I'll be taking you on some fantastic journeys, and I need you to subscribe, of course. And if you think one of your friends will like these wonderful memories, go ahead and share.